We are, of course, this afternoon going to continue to bring you the very latest on COVID-19, including a news conference from the Prime Minister and the latest points on the virus around the nation. National Cabinet have met this morning. Rental relief top of the agenda, so the PM will outline those details this afternoon on what that is going to mean for those renting and landlords as well, and how that will play out with the banks. The New South Wales Police Commissioner is launching an investigation into the Ruby Princess fiasco. A joint government operation has been conducted off the coast of New South Wales, meanwhile, testing crew on cruise ships for COVID-19. Childcare is now free, so workers in essential jobs and indeed all workers can fight the outbreak. We'll talk to the Minister this hour about exactly how that's going to work, so stay tuned for that. And Western Australia will shut its borders, declaring itself an island within an island. Taking a look at the breakdown of the numbers, the latest we have for you right now across Australia. Keeping in mind when we do this, the ones in brackets are the ones that have been added to today. So you can see New South Wales plus 91 to 2,400 just below that. So they'll be pretty pleased with the fact that figure's still relatively low. Same situation in Victoria. They'll be pleased that is not surging, that particular number. Queensland, a similar story, 873, that increase of 39 is below some of the recent increases we've seen. Northern Territory adding just the one. The concern mainly for the Territory is some of those remote areas. The rest of the states and territories we don't have an update for as of yet today. The coronavirus curve, this is keeping in mind updated as of yesterday, 272. So a real plateau now over a period of 5 days. This doesn't mean we're going to see this and necessarily see it dip down further or see this continue. We do have different possibilities of spiking, including still from those cruise ships. Remember, it takes 2 weeks for those cases to filter out and then longer again to pick up those community transmissions. But right now, and given the figures we're seeing so far for the 3 biggest states today, certainly some encouragement. Meanwhile, in New South Wales, the rate of infection is slowing down. Fewer than 100 cases were recorded in the past 24 hours, as you just saw there. Stella Todorovic is at the COVID-19 Response Centre. Stella, it's a positive indication. This is what we're hearing, though. We're going to hear this for months. The Premier saying there's a long way to go.
Well, Tom, unfortunately, this is a positive indication. Yes, the numbers are slowing, the rate of infection is slowing, but we have just received confirmation from New South Wales Health that there's been another death here in New South Wales. A 74-year-old woman has died in Albury from COVID-19. We've just received this information literally as we were going to air here, Tom. It's understood that she travelled overseas. She acquired the virus overseas. It's not yet known whether she is linked to any of the cruise ships or whether she travelled and arrived by plane here in Australia before heading back to Albury. So sad news out of our regional parts of New South Wales. Albury, a 74-year-old woman has died, but the rate of infection has slowed on a daily basis here in New South Wales. 91 new and confirmed cases in just the last 24 hours here in New South Wales. And we have seen the number of human-to-human transmission, what the Premier refers to as community transmissions, on the rise. There's 336 cases here where authorities simply don't know where people have caught the infection, where they've been infected from or where the virus has come from, and this is of great concern. New South Wales Premier Gladys Berejiklian this morning really pleading with the public to try to adhere to these social distancing and self-isolation rules as best as they can. She says that we are in it for the next 6 months. Take a listen.
I echo what the Prime Minister said. We're in it for at least 6 months. Until there is a cure, until there is a vaccine, this crisis is something we need to deal with.
Well, this will inevitably cause great stress for the businesses that are already struggling right across New South Wales. To help with this, the state government has today announced $10,000 in grants for small businesses to try to keep as many of these small businesses afloat during this very difficult period.
To say to businesses, we know you've done it tough because we've had to keep the community safe. Many businesses have suffered, and that's very heartfelt, and we appreciate that. Many people are concerned about their jobs, but I also do want to say that through the federal government's initiatives and through initiatives the states are doing, we're providing every support we can to the business community.
We have waived payroll tax, deferred payroll tax for a number of businesses. We also want to make sure those small mum and dad businesses, the corner stores, the cafes, the restaurants, have the financial support to get them through. We're all in this together. The New South Wales government has total support for coronavirus has now gone to $9.4 billion.
This follows two other assistance packages already handed down by the New South Wales government over the last 2 weeks. So, Tom, just to reiterate, there has been another death here in New South Wales. The state's death toll now sits at 11. A 74-year-old woman has died in Albury from COVID-19. She contracted the virus overseas.
Stella, thank you. Live there from that COVID-19 response centre.